Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that can be. Let's talk about fish. Fish. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. Instrumental break.
Hi, Joey.
Hello, Father Fish. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Here we are.
Yep, here we are again. Same thing, different day. Different.
Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. Fish. Fish.
Yeah.
Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish.
Well, Joey.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
So, hello. How was your day today?
It was kind of, it sort of disappeared. I did get a chance to talk to my friend in Maryland who owns the zoo.
Hey.
And we made some kind of tentative plans.
Oh, that's cool.
He wants me, when I get up there, he wants me to focus on the whole zoo, not just do fish. And I think that I need to find a way to do that. I think it'll make good sense for the channel. It'll broaden the base, but it may change.
Yeah.
It'll change in one sense and another.
Well, you had mentioned before you were thinking about doing 2 separate channels, but you won't do that. You'll just incorporate it into
I
this?
talked to him about that, and he felt like he's been watching carefully what I've been doing, and he's picking up on the whole idea of biodiversity, on the web of life, on how how everything is related to everything else. So he's feeling like that message, that is one that's been increasingly important to me, can be expanded on and developed more thoroughly in that setting. I'll still do fish, but it'll be a broader base. Anyway, I felt from the beginning that the venue itself would provide a lot more interest and a lot more excitement, because there are so many animals there, including a lot of reptiles, turtles, birds, a lot of aquatic birds, a lot of plants, huge plant life, huge gardens, major koi pond, just kind of on and on and on. So anyway, still talking. We have a guest in the waiting room.
Yes, we do. We do.
Yeah, Nathan is here. Let's bring Nathan up, and we'll get to know Nathan a little better. There he is. Can you move into your screen better?
Hi.
There you go. Aha, gotcha.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. Nice to see
How are
you. Where are you in Australia?
So I'm based in South Australia. So if you look on the map, you'll see the capital city of Adelaide, which is the capital of South Australia. I'm just based in the water, just off of the little water stream that goes up on the map of South Australia. Currently, we are expecting summer down here. It's currently 9:35 in the morning. Now,
And what's the temperature?
under the back porch, it is 30.5 Celsius degrees.
That's about what, 78
Roughly, yes.
Fahrenheit?
Yep.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, we're at
And
60
that's still pretty early.
here in Florida today.
We're expected to get up to 114 Fahrenheit today.
Oh my God.
So all hands are on deck
I don't-
today because of fish water.
That's deadly.
Oh, yeah. So what do you do about that, Nathan?
So the way how I go about my fish water is I'll stick bottles of frozen water in the fish tanks.
Okay.
Most of them bottles are actual 110% rainwater refilled. And what I do with them bottles is I actually cut them up so that I'm able to put the whole bottle of the ice water into the tank, and that obviously melts away because of the heating in the tank from the hotness outside.
Right. Right. Wow. So,
Yeah.
well, I was just gonna say, do you want to show us some of your tanks?
You're in your fish room, are you? Do I
I'm
see a
always in my
skylight?
fish room.
You're always in your fish
I was
room.
gonna say he's always in his fish room. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
yeah,
always there.
Always.
yeah, I like the skylight.
What, that one?
Yeah.
Well, any of them. I can't get natural sunlight in my fish room, so that's kind of disappointing to me. I'm looking forward to doing that
Yeah.
once I get moved. Some mowers.
Nathan does a lot of DIY stuff, which is cool.
Oh, nice.
Black mowers.
Yeah, I saw this earlier today. Were you on? Where was that? I guess you were on Catfish with it.
Oh, he was on Cat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. So this is my 4-foot. Try and get the whole thing in the photo.
So like
That
a
is
55 gallon. Yeah.
Yep, 55 to 90 gallon fish tank.
It's how deep is it front to back?
So it's 4 foot wide, 2 foot long, just shy off, and about 2.5 foot
Oh,
high.
it's 2 foot front to back. Yeah, that's 4 by 2
It's
by 2.
big.
That's about 125 gallons. What's that about 60, almost 60 liters. I mean 60. What am I thinking? I'm thinking weight.
Tank,
Oh.
Yeah,
this
it's
tank
about
here holds 250 liters of water.
250 liter. Okay, right. Yeah, about 125 gallons. So those are really big fish.
So I got ranging from extra large, which is the one at the back.
Yeah.
So if people watch Foxy Fishes, she had a couple of black moors. They're exact same size, same as type. And then I've got a short tail.
Yeah.
The
Nice.
golden comet that's in there was one of the goldfish that I managed to come home from work one day, and they were breeding. So I managed to scoop that one up.
Hmm. I have a single tail blackmore.
Do you really?
I do. It's pretty cute.
And
You know,
it's
I bought
funny,
him because he
Joey.
had single tail.
I just got a bunch of them in today.
Did you?
Fantail Moors, yeah. Little
Yeah.
tiny ones.
Yeah. I've always liked them since I was a kid. I've always liked blackmores. You know,
I've
they're
always
nice
liked
fish.
the black moors because of the look of them.
Right.
The big bulgy eyes and
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the telescope eye, but it's not too large on the blackmore. So I think it still has a good, perspective to it. It looks good on them.
now
That's
the
cool.
signs in the back
Nathan,
of the tank,
can you show us your single tail?
my single tails, yep. So they're down
He has some nice ones.
this way.
Look at the vats. Nice. Like a kidney pool.
Yeah.
6 foot
Are they in
long.
there, Nathan? Or are they
6
still in the
foot
tank?
wide.
They're in there. I'll grab the food.
Oh, okay. Because the last time I saw them, they were in they were in a tank. I didn't realize you'd moved them out to a tub. And then you have silver dollars too, Nathan.
So I've got silver dollars, single comet tail goldfish, or what they call pond goldfish. I've got Sarasa goldfish
Mm-hmm.
in this pond as well. There's my
Yep.
really big white comet goldfish.
Yep. Cool.
Um,
Cool.
these plants here I got off of a subscriber. That's local.
Very nice.
So black elephant ears.
Nice.
He gave me two
Yeah,
of
those are
them
cool.
to swap some fish out. So I've swapped
Yeah,
in some
pretty
fish
plant.
and then we'll come over to the bathtubs.
Oh wow.
In the
Mike.
bathtubs, we have rosy barbs.
Oh.
Oh, that's cool.
Now we have two different types. Now these rosy barbs stay in the outside all year round and they breed all year round.
Huh.
That's neat.
Two different types. There is a yellow rosy barb and there's a cherry red rosy barb.
Nice.
Down here in Australia, they're actually classed as feeder fish.
Yeah. A lot of the stuff we all like to keep are used as feeder fish.
Right, right.
I keep a few
And then
species myself that out.
in this tub here, which is next to the rosy barb tub.
Oh, you have a lot of tubs.
So basically all I do is I just stick them on two car tyres
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty
Mhm.
slick.
Yeah, that
And
works.
she's stable.
Yeah. Huh.
So in
Cool.
this bathtub is obviously duckweed and val, VAL plant.
Yeah.
A couple of the OG originals would know that I actually pulled this val plant out of my 200 litre drill fish tank because I was getting sick of it over running the tank. So I've stuck it in here. In the bathtub there is some shrimp. I stuck some shrimp. I stuck about 250 odd shrimp that was found in a canister filter
Really?
into this bathtub. Yep,
Oh
So they
wow.
were wild collected.
yep.
Nice.
So I
That's
haven't
cool.
seen much action from them for the last couple of days,
Huh.
but we'll move up to here. So this tank here is a octagonal yabby tank.
Right. I saw that one earlier today too. Now, is that where the crayfish are? I saw some beautifully
Yes.
colored crayfish. It's
Yeah,
amazing color. Are they all
yeah, they
wild
call them.
caught?
I think they call them gabby.
Uh,
So these are a native animal to us down here in Australia. These
They're
are
pretty.
named a Cheriax destructor.
is that a pair, male to female?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Future
Cool.
breedings,
Nice. He's got a
and
lot of
then
blue on him, doesn't he?
Yeah, that one did have a lot of blue, the male. Yeah, it's
Oh,
pretty.
there's their silver
Still nice.
dollars. Ought to play Cass's
Yep.
song.
as well as
Well, it would be fitting.
Yeah.
there's
We don't want it to
three
become
pictus
like your.
catfish in there as well.
Yep,
Is that
I see him.
Synodontis? Synodontis catfish? Looks like
I
Yeah, the
just know them
Pictus
as
cat.
yeah,
Pictus.
yep.
It's the
Yeah.
standard Pictus cat. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're nice fish.
And then the Blackmore tank.
Now, are you doing much with natives?
Eventually, I hope to do so. I don't have the tank space for native animals at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get hold of either a 6 foot by 2 foot wide fish tank. If not, I'll get my hands on a 8 foot long fish tank so that I can actually have natives on display.
There's some pretty exciting natives in Australia, salt and
Yes.
freshwater.
Are you ready to see what I've been working on?
You bet.
Yeah, he's had the build up. I see how it goes. The
Right,
build up
right.
to the.
Here we go. Oh my.
Oh, nice.
How big is that?
So this is 3 foot long by 2 foot wide, 3 foot high.
3, 9, 18. So, 3 by 3 by 2. 9 to 18. So about 150 gallons.
Yep. as well as I
I'll let you calculate.
Nice.
did some stand work.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Wood frame too.
That
Did you
4
build
by
that wood?
4,
Yeah, that looks good,
2 by
Nate.
4. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Stained it up, made it look nice.
Yeah, you burned them. That's pretty.
Yeah, that's cool. I've seen it done. I've never tried it.
Yes. Very effective.
So this piece here,
What are you gonna keep in
I'm
there?
going to my special goldfish.
Oh, okay. So
Oh,
what is
nice.
that
Okay.
piece you were just about to
So
describe?
this piece here, I'm going to drill a couple of holes. I'm going to drill 5 holes, space them out evenly through, and that's to hold my test tubes while
Oh,
I
cool.
do water testing.
Wow. Okay.
That'll be nice.
And then see the dark holes?
Yeah.
That's to hold my fish nets.
Yes. Ah,
Cool.
nice. How organized.
I know. I can't
Now
find the time to get that organized.
I'll turn the filter off to the bathtub so that you can see the yabbies in the bathtub.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool. So the special
Now,
goldfish, Nathan, are they ones you bred yourself?
no, not yet.
No, but you're going to breed.
Eventually, yes.
That'll be neat.
Once I manage to get hold of a female, then I will be able to breed them.
Cool.
Because I want to breed Syrah. I want to breed the same type goldfish with the same type.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Right, I'll take that out.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, wow. I'm just surprised that you can keep that many together. Yeah, without all that and then eating each other.
Well, he does have
I guess you
caves.
keep.
Uh,
Yeah.
the, the guys who breed these professionally use a stack of PVC pipes, and the males will all create a den in a pipe.
And claim their space, sort of.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, they'll claim their territory, and then after that,
Yep.
see how this one here has its tail tucked under?
yeah.
She's pregnant.
Ah, nice. So she's carrying
Okay, yeah.
eggs.
She's carrying eggs under her tail.
Nice.
She will
Now, do you
produce
try
around
to
about.
separate those babies, Nathan?
So one of my jobs today, Joey, is to take a whole heap of this water out, put into a tank that's already cycled for her to release her babies.
Right, right.
Oh, okay. All
She
right.
does need to come out of there. Yeah.
Because if I left her babies in this tub,
Mm-hmm.
what will happen is either the other yabbies will get them,
Yeah, they'll eat them up.
or they will get sucked up by that filter.
Right, one or the other.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So do you try to save them all or just a few?
Well, if I can save them, I can save them. If I can't, then I really can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't worry about it. You just get what you can.
Now,
Basically,
are these native?
Yes.
Okay.
These are, so their scientific name is Cheriax destructor.
Nice. Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah. It is
Very
cool.
cool.
Stick
I've
the
never kept many because I just felt like they were always trying to deal with it.
I'll stick the ornaments back in, and then I'll show you the filter. The filter that I built. 100% Nathan Fish Boy destructive. So as you can see, it's just a tub.
So this is your
So this is your filter?
your sump? Yeah.
Wow.
So this is my filter for the tub. I stick air stones in there. Reason being is so that I can go, okay, I want to start that tank up brand new. All right, no worries. Air stone straight in.
Yeah.
No having to wash it out or anything.
Nice. Huh.
So these here are my media, biomedia trays.
Okay. So those are
I have
nitrate sinks.
basically, yeah. Right. And then move that over there. Pull the brick out. Now,
Wow.
Uh-huh.
I've got three of them in the tank, in the tub. So extra large.
Wow.
And then
Well, it's doing a great job.
this stuff here is nitrite and nitrate filter,
Right.
ammonia filter,
Yeah.
and as you can see, I've got quite a lot of it.
Yeah.
So as you can see, there's quite a bit of debris in the bottom. That's from the yabbies picking up all the porcelain off the bottom of the tank, off the tub.
You have a pump lifting water into there,
Yes.
and then it's overflowing through that standpipe, going back down.
Yes. Well, this standpipe is just there for looks. The standpipe that it actually all goes down
Oh, I see. Okay.
is this one.
Ah. Yeah.
So I decided to come up with a T-piece to make it work a little bit better. So basically just shove that in there.
To increase volume.
Yep.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll stick that over that.
Yeah.
So it doesn't let any stuff that the filters didn't miss go through in there. Push the nitrites and the nitrates filter down. We'll just stick that one there. Why? Just because we can. And
What's your media in the boxes?
I'm not too sure. I haven't opened them yet. So they're a brand called Jill. JGWEL.
You purchased those.
As well as
Some beads.
I run
Yeah,
2 lots.
Got so much stuff in there.
I know.
It's crazy,
Covering
but it's
all the
great. It's
bases.
working.
Covering all the
working.
bases.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that's
as you saw,
It looks like a tiger.
she's nice and crystal clear.
Certainly is.
I've had
It
this running
is.
for 8 months.
Ah,
I have not had a problem. I have not cleaned the filters out once.
very good.
Wow.
What do you
Well,
what
it's
do
looking
you
awesome.
what do you feed your yabbies?
So my yabbies, they get algae wafers,
Okay.
Algae wafer. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
as well as
Rabbit
grab the actual
pellets.
packet. Crab cuisine
Huh.
Okay.
by Hikari.
hmm
So this is my go-to box.
Right.
Nathan, I'm laughing because somebody put in the chat they wanted to know if they missed the kitchen sink. I guess you've got so many tubs. They want to know if you got fish in your kitchen sink too.
Funny.
Yeah.
Denied.
Nope. There's the sink. No.
Don't see any fish in there.
No.
My goldfish, they get this food.
What's that?
That's a high protein.
Yeah. It's what I mean. It's what it looks like.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. Aquaman.
I don't think we have that available to us here.
Now that's
I've not seen that. It looks good. That's why I wanted to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
This food, Joey, is what I feed all my goldfish,
Yeah.
especially the serrases,
Yep.
and it brings out
So,
their colour.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, looks great. I don't think we have any
Yeah.
aqua munch available to us here in the United States.
I don't think so.
No. Too bad. Wow.
What, do you
well,
want
you
some?
have plenty. Yeah, I do want some. How are you going to get that to me, Nathan?
I'll post it to you.
Okay.
I don't know if customs will approve it.
I was going to say, would they? Would they let him send me?
You might not get it through customs.
Yeah, probably not.
Depends who looks at it.
Yeah.
I'll make him approve of it. It's for Joey.
That's right. It's for me. I mean,
Take my
come on.
Vegemite.
Oh, you can have Vegemite. I'm scared of that.
Yeah, really.
So that
I'm
is
definitely
the brand.
not trying that.
That's the brand of the media trays.
Huh. A jewel. Jewel.
A German-made brand. They've been in the running of the best aquariums for 2 years in a row.
Huh. Well, thank you, Nathan. That's quite an operation you have
I
there.
know. Yeah. He does
We'll
all
have to
sorts of
get
things.
you back. We'll have to
I like
get
it.
you back to see the rest of your fish room. Oh, he's
Yeah,
got
well-
birds. Nice.
English budgies. They're both
he does have
brothers.
birds,
They're both hand raised.
Really,
Yes.
they're really pretty. Yeah,
Very nice.
they're pretty birds.
That one there is Crayola.
Very
He's
nice.
So yeah,
my Mrs. Bird,
Pretty.
and then that's Castell.
Right, right. Yeah, we got a few budgies here. Nathan, we gotta go.
Cool.
We got a little more to do yet today. Thank you for coming on.
That's all good, mate. Anytime. I'm happy to
That's
finally
great.
jump
We'll have you
across.
back. We'll have you back.
Absolutely.
Yeah, mate. Of course.
It's nice to meet you,
All right.
Nathan. We'll see you
Very
soon,
nice.
then.
Thank you.
Surely.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Who's?
He always has a
Who we
lot of
have?
interesting things going on.
Yeah, he certainly does, doesn't he?
Oh, we have somebody else?
Yeah.
Do we have somebody else in the waiting room? Oh,
No,
nice.
we don't. No.
Oh, I thought you said we did. Who do we have here? I'm like,
No,
we have
I wanted
somebody
to
else
get
waiting? Okay.
chat. So we're
Yeah.
losing the chat altogether. And we did such a good job
Oh, I know,
yesterday.
but
You know. I did
I mean, I don't think they really have done a lot of questions because everybody's been enjoying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I wanted to spend part of our time in the chat.
Sure. No, absolutely. But I'm just saying I didn't notice a lot of questions yet. But if you do have one or you did, can you ask again? Because obviously we were enjoying looking at Nathan's fish tanks.
Right.
So
Yeah, one of the
Yeah,
things
if
that
you
we
could ask
realized, one of the things we realized we need to do is to stay as close to the bottom of the chat as possible, so we can have a real
right, we're not going to
conversation.
scroll back.
So if
Yeah.
if we're doing that and we've missed you, simply post again so that we can
Please.
catch it. We're not trying to exclude anyone at all, just the reverse. We're trying to catch everybody and respond to everything and give you a chance to respond in real time so that we can be having a single conversation.
Sure.
I think we found a way to do it, so I'm excited about
And I think there weren't a lot of questions, Father Fish. I think everybody was enjoying watching Nathan, so we could probably just sort of start from here. You know, because we don't get to see that every day.
Yeah, that's right. Nice thing. Really nice.
Yeah, and I
thing.
like the DIY filters and stuff, you know, which you probably do too. Looking at the DIY filters and things.
Yeah, I do a lot of sums. I like the bags. I do bags, which have to be cleaned out twice a week.
Yeah.
So I do bags.
Yeah.
Which have to be.
I'm laughing. Kira says adopt me. She doesn't like the cold. I don't like it really cold, and I don't like it really hot. I don't know where that place is. Where is that special climate?
You're
so I'm just looking at the chat. You looking at the chat?
Room. Thank you, Nathan, very, very much.
Yes, thank you for sharing.
My daughter is watching. Wanted me to ask her a shout out. Her name is
daughter?
Emma. Hello, Emma.
Oh.
Nice to have you with us. Emma.
Hello? Yes, Emma. And I see.
Well.
Oh, yeah, here Fishy says just a hearty hello.
114 degrees in Arizona. Oh, just like here in Arizona. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, okay. It's downright freezing here. I don't even know what the temperature here. It was actually colder here today than usual and windy. I noticed that when I walked down over the hill to the barn this morning. I was like, oh, it's a little bit nippy. Oh, it's 18 degrees and clear here.
It was actually up about 10 degrees. So it was about 65 here this morning. Jeffrey Booster is saying Guam is 70 to
Not too bad.
75 year
Yeah.
round. Yeah, I could do that.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to say some hellos. Hi, Dan and Eric for Hellos Aquatics. Fish and Shrimp by Rich. Tom
Hello,
Bond.
Tom
Just some new
Bond.
people that have come in that I know we haven't said hi to. Yeah, that we have not said hi to.
Tom Bond
Oh,
is
from the
a
UK.
UK
Nice.
natural
Thank you.
aquarium. Yeah, you bet.
Mainly Bettas, I suspect you're a little bit more inland than me because I'm right on the coast, so I'm usually a little bit warmer.
Melissa woke up to ick
Oh,
this
Melissa
morning.
woke up with, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, your sponge
Never
will be
tasted that
fine.
before. Turn up the
Don't worry
temp.
about the sponge.
Yeah,
Just get your temperature up to 86. Keep it there for 2 days,
right.
and
Make sure.
that should resolve the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Cold weather always brings it on. It's just inevitable.
It can, yep. Like us catching a cold. People catch colds when it gets cold. You
Yeah,
know.
exactly right. And that's a good analogy, because it does not need to be worse than a cold. The only difference is you can get over a cold. You have to get rid of the ick.
Well, that's true. That's true. All right, so I'm looking for questions. We don't really see questions, so but we're moving along. We're muddling along.
So Nathan is near Adelaide.
Yes, that's where my sister lived when she was in Australia for 4 years in
Huh.
Adelaide. Yeah. So she talks to a lot of the Australians because she's got things she can talk about when when we're in chats.
Yeah, Muppets talking about marble hatchets. We've had them in a couple of times
Ooh.
this season. Yeah, we have
Yeah.
customers that keep asking for. I think I've got a few. I put them in a heavily planted tank and been feeding them blackworms.
I've never really kept them.
Amy wants to know if I think Scuds and Daphne ship okay live. They do. Yeah, they do. They ship really well live, and you don't need to worry about temperature. So you don't need a heat pack with them. They're better off cold actually. They'll survive better if
Yeah.
they get cold.
Yeah.
What size
So
sump good for a
Petraman
120?
wants to know what. And Nathan, I'm
Um,
sure she does know where you live. Yeah.
yeah, whatever you can manage. Um, I've got a 50 as a sump for a 200, and that works out pretty well. That's real stable. I have 100-gallon sumps for my 200, 300 saltwater trays. In fact, I've got 3 saltwater sumps. They're all 100-gallon sumps. 3, 4. My big sumps are 150-gallon tubs, and they're running 400 to 500 gallons each. So for a 125, a 40-gallon, a 29-gallon will work just fine. Depends what you put in it, how you have it set up. I do deep sand bed in some of my pumps, my sumps. Um, I do bags in all of them, the filter bags that the the return goes into the bag, or rather not the return, the flow, the overflow.
Well,
There's
thank you, mainly Bettis.
Yes, let me see if I can get this.
Yes, thank you.
See if I can get this posted
Okay.
here. It hasn't come up on my. There it is, right there.
Oh, okay. So do you have a little, yep, there it is. Do you have a little bit more to say on the sump, or are you?
Well, I think the way you have them set up is really what's critical. You can load them up with rock. I like to use the bag. Nathan is using a lot of sponge. That's pretty effective.
Mhm.
Um,
Yep,
you know,
it's working.
it sort of doesn't matter as long as you're willing to do the maintenance that's required for whatever you use. The benefit of the deep sand bed is that there's no maintenance, but there is maintenance on the filter bags. They need to be cleaned twice a week on average. I throw mine into a washing machine that has no soap in it. It's I'm doing enough of
Yeah.
it. I clean about oh 20 a week probably,
Mhm.
2 loads, 2 to 3 loads a week. So I have
Hmm.
an old washing machine I paid $100 for that I've got hooked up to a drain. And in fact, if you can hook it up to so that you're draining into your garden, if you're not using soap, and it'll deposit all that fish waste in your garden, which will be terrific fertilizer for your plants.
Mhm.
Hi, Danny, Kenny,
Yeah,
nice
hi,
to see you.
Kenny. Lumpy dog. Father Fish, here Fishy had a question. She wanted to know if male fiddler crabs would coexist.
What?
Here Fishy wanted to know if male fiddler crabs could coexist.
Yeah, they need you need to have a large enough container that they can have their own den. The males have their own den, but I've had them coexist. What I usually do when I set them up is create a very deep sand bed, about a foot deep, that fills half of the tank, and then I have water in half of the tank. So I have a shelf running down into the water, so that the depth is the water is 6 inches down in the sand. We're getting feedback from somewhere. That's funny. Don't
That
know
is
what that
weird.
is. Was Nathan's setup considered to be a wet dry? Good question, Greg. I would say so. Not precisely, because he does have standing water in it. So it's not precisely a wet dry, but a lot of his material is above the water level, which would make it, in that sense, wet dry. He did show a stand tube that he had different levels for, so he could increase the volume of water in the sump, which is a pretty slick idea. I haven't seen that done before. I really like that idea.
Um, Loser has a question, Father Fish. Says, what is your view on air stones to get oxygen into the tank? I have a heavily planted 30-gallon with no air stone. The filter is creating surface movement. Do you use them?
Do I use? Yeah,
Well,
I
I think they want.
the water movement is the issue. You're right about that. I don't use
Right.
pumps because I have too many tanks. So I use sponge filters, which achieves the same result. It's just cheaper than running 100 or 200 little pumps and having the continual maintenance of that. The sponges will go and go and go. But yeah, that the principle is the same. Water movement allows the water to come in contact with the surface where it exchanges CO2 for O2. Somebody asked an interesting question in uh, a comment attached to one of the videos that I came across today, and it had to do with CO2, and was discussing the importance of CO2 in a planted tank, which is absolutely right. CO2 is critical in a planted tank. What is interesting about a deep sand bed is that it creates more CO2 than you can possibly create through an artificial bubble system. In addition to which, you don't get the fluctuation in pH that artificially induced CO2 creates. So a deep substrate creates more CO2 than a CO2 inducer does, which means it's more effective than the artificial CO2 canister system.
So I have a question from ER Aquatic.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. This, and they say, here's a question. Father Fish, pretend I'm a novice. I may be, parentheses. I have an oil slick looking film on the surface of my freshwater tank. I don't know what it is, and what do I do?
Let me ask you.
And then they say, I know the answers, but I guess.
Are you feeding anything that contains animal fat? Hot dogs, bacon, beef heart, anything at all that contains animal fat? I need the answer to that question first.
Okay, we'll see what they come back with.
We got a couple of people coming up with answers, which may be right and probably are, but I wanted to exclude this possibility first.
Okay.
Thank you, Danny Ken. Thank you, Kenny, very much for your $10 super sticker.
Oh, thank you, Kenny. Very nice.
Well,
nice of you. So do you want to wait?
I want to wait for an answer.
Yeah. Do you want to wait so we don't go on and lose this question?
Yeah, exactly. Sunset Jen, is there any difference for substrate requirements between hot or cold water? Really good question. And no, I would not say so. I don't think there's any difference at all. I don't think that's relevant to the notion or to the experience of the substrate. I like the little character, Kenny. That's cool. Thank you.
Cute. That is cute. Okay, so I don't think. Oh yeah, J-Dog has been here.
Come on. I got oil slick when feeding duck or chicken when cooked. Yeah, are you probably?
But that's not from ER Aquatic. So
what are you cooking it in? How is it cooked? I do not feed any kind of cooked meat. I feed raw meat. How is that cooked? Is it cooked in butter, in oil, in any kind of? Is it fried or is it boiled?
Yeah. So
there is fat in chicken, and of course there's fat in duck. So it could very well be the fat from those from that food. If it's
So,
separated, here's the problem. If you're cooking it, then you're separating out the fat, which means the fish are not going to be able to eat it. So it's going to form a slick on the surface. If you're feeding it raw, then they will be able to eat it because it'll be raw. It'll be connected to the flesh. So I would you can feed duck and chicken, but do not cook it. Cooking it, um, I don't know any fish that require their food to be cooked before they eat it.
well,
I guess if there's a forest fire, maybe they would get it,
I
but that
think
would be more
I
burned.
think it would take out. Yeah, but it would take out the nutritional value for the fish
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
cook their
That's
food. You know.
exactly right. Catfish
So
Jerry.
I
Hello,
think
hello.
you've answered. Yes, hi, Kathy. I think you answered part of the question, Father Fish, because ER Aquatics, they're not a novice. I think they were just asking a hypothetical question, and I think you just answered some of it with
Okay.
what you were just talking about.
ER says if I'm cooking
I
duck,
would think. I
I'm
mean,
eating it. You and me both, ER. I'm
exactly.
with you.
I agree. If I'm going to cook the food, I'm eating it. I'm not giving it to my fish. We're
Food
too
is
hard
cooked
for
by
that. So
SpongeBob. So
anyway, hello to anybody.
what?
What? What did you say? And it's really weird because all of a sudden you and we're having
You
a
know
lag.
what?
We didn't have one
We are.
before.
I just noticed that. Yeah,
And
we've
it's
got
like,
a
why?
terrible lag. It's about a
It was
5 second lag.
it was perfect in the beginning, and now it's a lag.
Yeah, I know.
I don't get
Who
it.
knows? Really?
What did you press? What button did you press?
I didn't touch a thing.
It must be
Say,
you.
say when I say Joey, say what? Joey.
Oh, not again. What? Do it again.
Joey.
What?
4 seconds. It's
I
a
don't
four
know
second
why we
delay.
seem to have this problem.
I was wondering
Every
why we
time
were
I add a
talking.
better microphone,
Here we go. Yeah, we're talking over each other again.
I know. Ugh. So I think my volume might be better. We never asked. But I think my volume's better, but now we're talking over each other.
Yeah, and when you had the headset on, it created the same problem. So somehow the
Yeah,
microphone is slowing the signal to your computer
right. Yeah, somehow.
somehow. All right, where are we?
Okay.
Where are we?
I don't know. We were
We're
on
at
the
7
food, on
o'clock.
the,
We're,
basically.
we're down. We're down to it. John Larson, I only feed fish what they only eat in the wild. They get fish pieces, fish eggs, and high protein fish food. Yeah, that's a good principle. I like that. The high protein fish food probably is not dumped into the seas and oceans by any producer in sufficient quantities to feed all the native fish. But nevertheless, the principle is good. I like the principle.
Yeah. Kenny, you're funny. Anyway, I'm going to try something, Father Fish.
All
Can I
right,
try something?
you bet.
All right. I'm going to I'm going to press the button. If I go away, you'll have to drop the link again. Okay, let me try something.
Ah, she went away. Against the flow, Father Fish, I got a neon tetra with white fuzz on its mouth. How shall I treat this? Well,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Joey. Say what?
Well,
Joey.
I tried something different. That didn't work. Is it any better?
Joey. Say what? Joey. Are you hearing
What?
me at all? Are you hearing me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Sorry,
No,
guys. Every time I try to do this, it just ends up wrong.
makes it worse. Against the flow has got a
I
neon
know. I'm trying to make it.
white fuzz. The lag now is about a minute, I think.
A minute?
It's long. It's 15, 20 seconds. Now you're gone altogether. Gone. You're gone. No sound. All right. Against the flow. Take the neon out of the tank. Treat it separately. You can try. You can try putting treatment directly on the the fuzz is fungus. Fungus is a function of dead tissue caused by bacteria. You have a bacterial infection. Take the fish out that's affected so it doesn't affect anything else. Put it in a bare tank with no food and no substrate and no nothing. It's the bare tank. Um, you can treat it with a tiny bit of Epsom salts. If you have methylene blue, you can put a tiny spot on it. That's an antibacterial. You want to kill the bacteria. The important thing is to get it out. I spent 6 months trying to convince Lee to take his fungus neons out of his tank. And he said, oh, it's only one and it's getting better. Every time I looked at a picture of that tank, that white fuzz was at a different location on a different fish. And he wound up losing about half of them. He finally pulled them out and treated them, and they got better. Do not leave it in your tank. Also, look at ways to keep your tank cleaner. You have excess bacteria in your tank, which is probably a function of, almost certainly a function of overfeeding. Pay attention to that. Cut back on feeding. Are you with us, Joey?
Well, I shut that off. Now I'm back to old school yelling at you. How's that?
I like it. I've got my volume turned down from the old one, and now I can't find the volume button.
I don't know what I'm ever gonna do.
I know.
I may try this other device tomorrow night, and then after that, I give up.
I think it's fine.
Okay, but everybody else complains about my volume when I.
Well, I know. Just tell them to turn their volume up.
I don't know. I feel like I'm ruining your thing.
You're not ruining
Craig
my
says he can't
thing.
hear me.
No such thing.
Craig says he can't hear me now.
How do I find? I know.
I need a megaphone. Hello.
Well, that was the problem.
Oh,
You've been trying megaphones, and it's not helping. All right.
All right, Kenny says he can hear me, so I'll just yell from here.
All right.
Whew.
Okay,
It is stressful.
Brandon, Tugnayar Aquatics. Barb. Barb can hear Joey loud and clear.
Okay,
Good for
thank
you,
you.
Barb.
Thank you.
I love it.
At
Right.
least this way there's not
Thank
a
you,
lag.
Barb.
I'm sorry. I know I was talking over you.
Not a problem.
Okay, let's
Against
regroup.
the flow. I followed your advice with my Oscar, and he's 100% better. Bravo. Oh, my. What else?
I don't know. All right. Let me try to concentrate for a minute.
All right.
Oh, no, it's just me. ADP Productions is trying to help me. Well, Father Fish and I are in different places, so that's not it. And someone in my house using the internet. Yeah, me.
Yeah, there's nobody in her house doing
There's
anything.
nobody in my house using anything but me. But and obviously we got a lag. He's in Florida. I'm in Maine. We got a huge lag.
Betta Days just lost 4 Corys and a guppy. They looked emaciated. Yeah, I don't know. Usually that's a function of internal parasites. They try to get garlic in them. They will eat garlic, and it can kill internal bacteria. All right.
I don't know about that.
They were brand new. She had them for 2 days. Blame
Oh,
it
no,
on
I
the
was reading.
shop. Blame it on the source. Don't blame it on yourself.
Yeah, exactly. No, I was reading the statement from ER Aquatics, and I'm like, I don't know about that. He said, "Isn't methylene blue what Walter White and Jesse used in Breaking Bad?" I don't know. I only ever watched that show.
I
Like
don't
twice.
know. Yeah, I
I
saw
have no
that.
idea. But it's lethal, so probably. Yeah, probably.
Can you use methylene blue and furan together? Yes, you can.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Bond. We have people. Oh, that's a great question. We have people from Australia,
Oh yeah.
Brazil, Canada,
Sweden.
England, the Netherlands,
Yeah.
South Africa, the Philippines,
Mm-hmm.
Nepal, India. We had a Russian on.
Somebody was in from Bolivia the other day.
Bolivia, Germany. Yeah, all over the world.
And Jason's from New Brunswick, Canada. Yep. We have a lot of Canadians in here. Thank you for coming in.
Oh, this is good. Hans, how do you think the fish in our tanks are making sense of the world they live in? How smart are they? Cognition, memory ability, and sensory. They seem most fish, the kinds that we collect and that we have, seem to be happy living in small spaces. They're not big open water fish. They're fish from generally small bodies of water or are otherwise living in a very localized way in whatever body of water they're in. So they seem to be able to adjust pretty well provided there's adequate space. Obviously, a bigger tank is better than a little one, but there are an awful lot of fish that do extremely well in 1 to 5 gallons. Extremely well. Better, perhaps. A lot of it, though, has to do with being able to maintain single species tanks. They seem to do better that way. Can we use freeze-dried garlic? No, I would not say
Yeah, I
so.
wouldn't use that either. So we have a question. Hi, Aqua Balls. I can't help but chuckle. George Costanza. Hello, Father Fish. I'm starting a 40 breeder planted tank. I'm thinking of fast-growing low-light plants to start with. My question is, how many should I start with? I have no idea how many to buy.
Well, buy two. Buy two. And then if you feel like it's not enough, buy another one.
Well, you like a lot of plants, so you would say.
Oh, I thought he was talking about lights.
No, he's talking about how many
About
he
plants.
wants to buy
Oh,
some
okay.
low light plants to start
Okay.
with. That's
Who
why I'm
was it?
shocked. I'm looking at
We
you
got a
like,
brilliant answer to that. No, I'm sorry. I can't hear you, so it's
so,
difficult.
oh, you can't hear me. You telling me you can hear me all the time.
I know. Only if I'm paying attention.
Well, I know you don't recommend 2 plants for a 40 breeder. So.
Let me answer the question. We got some really great advice the other day from a fellow, and I can't remember who. He may be on here with us, who was talking about the Dutch system, and he had three criteria. Number one, plant in bunches. Number two, plant bunches 4 inches apart. And number three, plant 70% of the substrate. So plant in groups. Plant the groups 4 inches apart, and cover 70% of the substrate in plants. Just try doing that. That'll give you a lot of plants.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll also have room to grow out.
True. So
Joshua.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Joshua. Yeah. Go ahead.
I have dirt capped with gravel. Would like to convert to a deep sand bed. Is it all right to add sand over the gravel? Yes, just do it. You may need to rinse your sand first. If you don't want to drop the water level all the way down, which you really do not need to do, you can dump the sand in right in the water. Just turn off any pumps you have running so they don't suck sand in and ruin the impeller. Turn off your pumps, rinse the sand if it's cloudy. If you don't know, put a little in and see. Pour the sand in. You want to get a minimum of an inch on top of your gravel, and it will settle in. And it will not be a problem at all. It'll work brilliantly, perfectly effective.
Do you have another one? I was trying something. I've added over. Yeah, Lumpy Dogs is just saying they've added sand over.
Sandy's done it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah. George Costanza. Yeah, that's. I read that and I just loved it. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
The plant thing. I need to give credit to that. And it was on yesterday's stream. So it was, I think, unless it was on it might have been on a video. I'm not sure. A bloated betta.
Try something.
Tried the pea thing, still didn't work. Yeah, betta. I've never had the pea thing work. Garlic works. You can feed garlic, or just let it get starved. Just let it get starved until it gets it out. That works too. Don't keep trying to feed it.
Bye, ER Aquatics. Have a nice dinner.
Dinner time with my daughter.
I was like, have a nice
dinner. Love it. All right.
So, can I try this stupid thing? I just changed a couple settings. On my way out to say goodbye, can I try this?
Sure.
Because I want to mess it up a little bit more, okay? Can you hear me? Say something.
Hello. Hello, Joey. How are you? Yeah, that's good. Timing is perfect.
Yeah, that's because I think it's not on.
Did you kick the volume up a little? You got a little bit louder there.
I went in and checked some of my other devices, but now I feel like it's not working.
I don't know.
Okay. You know, electronics in this house are crazy. Always have been.
Brad is saying, Joey, put the mic closer to your mouth. Right.
How much closer do I have to be? I think it's decided it's not going to turn on now. It hates me. Yeah.
I'm going to kick it. Oh,
there it is.
There it is.
That was pretty good.
Is it better?
Yeah.
You know what I did? I went in and turned off the Bluetooth on my other devices. I think it was interfering.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah.
How about that? Good girl.
I didn't think about that before. Because when somebody said something about devices being used, and I'm like, no, I'm not using any devices. But then I was like, oh, but wait a minute, the Bluetooth's probably on these other devices. So I shut them all off. So now the timing's good?
Perfect.
Hey, just in time for the show to be over. Whew.
Really? We did good. Well, we know where we're at now, don't we?
I know what to do now. And then I couldn't get it to turn on, and I'm like, ah. Telling you.
It's safe to make that up. It's safe to make my own garlic concoction with cloves. Yes. Yeah, make your own. It's better. It's fresh.
Yeah, I would.
The garlic art, the problem with garlic art is you don't know how long it's been sitting on the shelf, and it does go bad. It has a pretty limited shelf life.
I agree.
Couple of months and it'll go bad. I would not trust it.
No, I think it's a good idea, and I have to do it myself to go through every, few months, maybe 3 or 4 months, and get rid of some of your old foods and things because they get rancid.
They're not refrigerated. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're just leaving them out, they get rancid. You can smell it.
Yeah. Right.
So.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm back. Barb says perfect. Is my volume too loud compared to his? Because we can't.
No, it's fine. I like it.
Okay. We can't judge that.
If you dose all in one fertilizer every 3 days and have no nitrate or nitrite, can I dose more? I have deep dirt substrate. Why are you dosing at all?
Yeah.
Is my question. And if you're dosing more than once every 6 months, then you're using the wrong stuff. You're probably using a liquid. I never use liquid fertilizers. Osmocote is good, but you gotta push those little beads down in the substrate. The pellets are better because you can get them down in. I mean the tablets. If you've got dirt, you don't need it. Unless it's 3 to 4 years old.
Yeah.
James, thank you, James. All right.
Yes, thank you, James.
All right.
And yeah, I was gonna say, James and Lori were dropping links tonight. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Lori.
Working hard, dropping links, and anybody else that may have dropped a link. Thank you. I was obviously preoccupied with my sound, and I don't know.
Right, we had Nathan up here for half time.
But which was really fun. Yeah. But I'm glad I got this figured out.
Do I have more plants that are shown on my website? Yes, I do. I have, on average, 50 different kinds of plants at any one time. So you can almost ask for what you want, and I generally can fill the order. Or if you will give me, ask me to do a mixed order, I'm happy to do that. I can the plants run $6. I do what do I do? Um, 5 for 25, and I'll do 100. If you want to, I'll do as many as you want. I get about 200 to 300 plants in a week, so I order every week. Always have plants coming in. Does putting root tabs into a dirt layer allow oxygenation? Not specifically, no. Disturbing the soil or the dirt layer will allow some oxygenation, but the
Yeah.
root tab itself does not provide oxygenation.
Did you see what
And
Holly does? That's a
you
good
don't
idea.
want, you don't want oxygenation in your dirt substrate.
Well, right. But I said, did you see what Holly does? She says, I put my Osmocote in the small mesh bags, excuse me, that I buy from the dollar store, and then I bury them under the soil. That's a good idea.
That'll work. Yeah,
Yep.
Osmocote can be a bear to get buried.
Yeah, so
Uh,
she puts it in those little bags.
That's perfect.
Cool.
Perfect.
Cool.
Yep.
And thank you, Petra Man. I love my little doggies too.
I like it.
They're the best friends. Yes. Thanks. I will stop the fertilizer. Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, you don't need to do that.
No, not if you get all the
Are
others.
we there?
Oh, we were there a long time ago, but we had all the technical difficulties, and but hey, I finally got my life straightened out, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. And Craig said he heard my voice for the first time, and I'm like, oh yeah, I hate my voice. Oh, yeah, yeah. Nothing like listening to yourself. It's not good.
All right.
So
Okay.
anyway, yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Sorry
Yeah,
we had some glitches.
Let me find a tune here.
I'm glad we got it figured out. And yes, don't forget, Father Fish has product on Get Gills and his website. You can always call him at the store or email for his
Yeah,
products.
my email is changed, and I've tried to go in and make the changes. I still have to make the change on my website, but
Okay.
the email is FOXWELL 55555
So Foxwell 55s? Is that what it is?
Foxwell 55s
55s. Okay.
gmail.com.
At gmail.com. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. We'll have to put that in the chat.
Now, let's see. What do we got here? Oh, you know what? I haven't done this forever.
Well, if you only have one thing you haven't done, I have about 100 things I haven't done.
We haven't done the song in a long time. Let's do the song.
No, we haven't. Okay, I'll listen to you sing.
Here we are. You ready? Sydney. Wait a minute. I got to start over.
Thank
We need
you.
to look at the puppies. Look at the puppies. There they
Oh, here he is. I don't know, but Paula didn't want to come up, so she's not coming up.
are.
But anyway, bye everyone. Thanks for coming in.
Bye-bye. Nice to be with you all.